Traditional streamers like Matukas and Hornbergs were pretty typically tied on longer straight shank streamer hooks. The gaps were a little bit smaller than maybe what you see in some more recently created streamer patterns. Same thing with the Hornberg here. When you look at it, there's a couple things to notice. Number one, when I look at this hook from straight below it, I can see that the hook point is perfectly in line with the hook shank. It's another thing that's also changed with some streamer hooks. So for example, when I bring in a larger pattern, this is Rich Strolis's Headbanger Sculpin, and you can see if we pull the material down that while these hooks do have a fairly long shank, here's the articulation, the gap is much more significant than what you see in some of the older models of hooks. The idea there is that it gives you a better chance of hooking up. In addition to that, we see shorter shank streamer hooks that are starting to come into play. So when I pull the material back, this is one of my Reese's Big Bandits, I can see that the hook that I've used here is a shorter shank hook. In addition to that, you can see that the hook point actually cants or moves off to the side. The shorter shank reduces the amount of leverage that a fish has, gives you a little bit better advantage as an angler as far as the fish not being able to throw that hook. And then the offset point, similarly to what's seen in my Mass Bandit here, pins itself in there. So that little bit of change in angle creates a little bit of pressure and pressurizes that, increasing the odds and giving you a little bit better chance in that battle. Last thing, just to kind of throw in, not all hooks are created equal. I'm not going to specifically point out or name brands, but ask around, ask your fly shops, ask your friends that tie, and find those brands that are noted for being sturdy, solid, and holding up.